Welcome to our Aruba travel vlog at Renaissance Wind Creek. We were there from February 14th through 16th. We had a direct flight from Charlotte. It was the easiest time we've ever had getting into customs. They now have automatic passport scanners. It took us maybe 5 minutes to go through everything. However, for departures, you are going through US and Aruba customs in Aruba. We showed our passport 5 times, waited in 5 different lines for about an hour and a half. But the good news is that once you arrive in the US, you do not have to go through customs. You're just getting off basically like you would a domestic flight. From the airport, we took a taxi, which cost $24 and about 10 minutes to get to the Renaissance Wind Creek. As soon as you arrive, you're in their outdoor lobby and you go up the escalators to check in. Now, we arrived about an hour early and we did have to wait till just past 4 to check in. This hotel has 2 different buildings. One is the Marina Hotel Tower, which is adults only, and then they also have a family building, which is located right on the beach. Our room was pretty standard: king-size bed, mini fridge, coffee, tea, and of course the marina view. Which, to be honest, I'm not sure if we even needed. We were never in the room except to sleep. Now, after watching a lot of Aruba videos, everyone said that the boat picks you up in the lobby, but I did not once hear that if the boat can't get in from the tides, then it actually picks you up behind Lucy's, which is right across from the Marina Tower, and you just walk right behind to where all the boats are. You'll see this sign, and the boat will come pick you up. We went as soon as we got there to catch sunset. The last boat ride back is at 6:45 p.m. So we ran around 5:30, and we were the only people on the boat ride over, and it was so great. We got to watch the tail end of sunset, got to see the flamingos for the first time. The boat ride takes about 10 minutes, and I think because everyone's getting ready for dinner around this time, we pretty much had the whole island to ourselves. It was really, really awesome. I think there's maybe 6 other people there. We got to take our time to feed the flamingos, take some pictures, some great videos for you guys, and I truly recommend this. Schedule a late dinner at least one night so you can go over there around 5 o'clock, and then it's sunset as soon as you're coming back, which is just beautiful to see on the boat. For dinner, our first night, we went to Fresco's, which is at the other building for the Renaissance Wind Creek. It was about a 5-minute walk from where the boat drops you off at Lucy's, or maybe a 10-minute walk from if you're up in your hotel room at the Marina Tower. I called about a month ahead to get reservations, not sure if that was completely necessary for this one, but I'm still glad we did because it was Valentine's Day. The biggest thing I'll comment about at this restaurant is the complimentary bread. It comes in a bag, which keeps it so fresh. It was amazing, and all of our food was great. It's not directly on the water, but you can see the coast from where you're seated. The next morning we woke up and again there was that sign that said to pick up at Lucy's. We went back to Lucy's, caught the first boat over. Now the first boat is at 7 a.m. and they do leave at 7 a.m. and the boat was packed. We had to leave some people behind, it was so packed. But this is going to be the least crowded that the island is all day, and the most eager the flamingos are to be fed. It started to get filled up around 8:30, and honestly by 9 the flamingos were over it, so I definitely recommend getting that first boat out if you want amazing pictures like this. They hang out by the showers pretty much all day, but they'll usually wander in pairs at least to go into the ocean and be fed when they're hungry. You could see people struggling that were trying to get these awesome photos that had waited a little too long. They have breakfast over on Iguana Island, which is just a quick walk over. It was about $25 per person, and this is the view. You are dining right on the water. After breakfast and relaxing a little bit, we decided to do the nature trail on Renaissance Island, which is just past the cabanas on Flamingo Island, and it's maybe a 10-minute hike from the start to the very end of the island, and you are going to see all sorts of wildlife. We actually didn't see any lizards over on Iguana Island, but we weren't over there very often. I did hear that they feed them around noon, but if you're going to do the nature trail, make sure you bring shoes. We saw a couple with bare feet, and I think they headed back pretty early, especially when you get further on in the trip. We saw hermit crabs, we saw lots of lizards and iguanas. This is at the end of the trail, and it is very, very rocky again, so make sure you bring those shoes, water shoes, even flip-flops were fine for this, just any sort of shoe and you'll be good. At the end, there's this cute little bench, so bring a cocktail, bring a snack, hang out. The planes fly right over this area, which is so cool. We missed one by about 5 minutes and we were bummed because it would have flown right over you. Back at the beach, we decided to just relax for most of the day, get some drinks. This drink was at $12, and remember, you're gonna have those taxes and service fees added on to all the food and drinks at the resort, unless you got the all-inclusive package, which last I checked was $143 per person. The boat back to the hotel is right in between Flamingo Island and Iguana Island, and the tides were finally low enough for us to be able to get the boat under. So we got to go right through the canal and right into the lobby, which was really fun. During the day, we decided to check out Marketplace. It's right in between the two hotels for the Wind Creek. It has a lot of dining options and shopping. We went to Captain Cook's. They have a lot of everything in case you forgot anything, if you need snacks, if you want to pick up some alcohol, and it's just a few minutes away. We also got our Aruba ornament here, which I'm obsessed with. We stopped at Cuba's Cookin' for some of their $5 happy hour specials, just for a quick snack in between meals. We checked out the pool right before dinner, and it has a great view overlooking the marina. The water was a little cloudy. Before dinner, we decided to do a quick walk in the park, which is located right next to the family side of the Renaissance Wind Creek. It's probably a really quick 5-minute walk to this part if you're in the marina tower. If you're staying on the family side, it is right there, so I definitely recommend. We went right at sunset, and it was beautiful. For dinner, we went to Casa Tua Pizzeria this night. Huge menu, great prices. It's located in that marketplace, and they also had live music. One last thing I want to mention about Flamingo Island is they do have these cabanas that you can rent. They have a deluxe, which is 6 people for $500, and a regular cabana that is the maximum of 4 people for $425 a day. Flamingo Island is adults only, except for 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. If you are traveling with your family, you guys can go over then, so you have that experience to feed the flamingos. I also want to mention here that at Flamingo Island that the water is super clear. However, you are not on sandy beaches. It is pretty rocky, so if you have water shoes, I recommend bringing them. I don't think I would buy some specifically for this, but if you have them, might as well throw them in the suitcase. Checkout was at 11, so we basically caught the 10:30 boat, checked out, and then hung out at the hotel until we had to leave for our next resort. I hope you guys found this vlog helpful. If so, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. I'll link my Instagram and TikTok below if you guys want to see even more content from this amazing trip. Also, stay tuned for our Aruba Part 2 vlog, where we go over to the Aruba Ocean Villas for the most incredible overwater bungalow stay. Thanks for joining, guys, and safe travels.